Long ball number one here on Morning Kick Around for April 11th, Friday, April 11th. Let's not forget that. My name's Robert. He's Jason Davis leading the show today. USA will they know who their Gold Cup opponents are. The draw was last night in I'd say less than entertaining presentation, but the United States this summer in the 2026 Gold Cup, 2025 Gold Cup, will face
Wow.
Haiti, Trinidad and
Wow.
Tobago, and Saudi
Rob,
Arabia.
Rob, pull it together, man. I know it's Friday. Pull it together.
I must have gone. I went momentarily dyslexic there, where the end of the sentence moved in front of the beginning of the sentence.
I see.
Because the sentence where it read, the group members, it said in preparation for the 2026 World Cup. But for clarity, right. United States men's national team know their 2025 Gold Cup opponents, featuring Haiti, Trinidad, and Tobago, way over there on the right-hand side of your screen for Group D. What do you think of the draw, Mr. Davis?
It could be worse, I suppose. It is a Gold Cup. You should be getting out of your group no matter what. There shouldn't be any real concern about that. I mean, Mexico, Canada, Panama, and the United States were the pot one teams, and then everybody else fills in behind. I think of that second group, I'm not sure Haiti is the worst, but they're not the best either. You could be okay with that. I don't know why it has to be TNT. Like, why
it's always TNT.
Always running into the soccer warriors over there. And then Saudi Arabia as the guest team, sure. Why not? I mean, are they good? No. Are they bad? No, neither are they bad. So I don't know. You think about the rankings of the teams that the United States pulled out of this. Haiti is ranked number 83. They're actually outside of Curacao. I think. Okay, hold on. Let me actually get this right. Haiti's above Trinidad and Tobago. Makes sense. Pot 2 team. So they're ranked 83. Trinidad and Tobago's at 100. Saudi Arabia, they are 58. So 58, 83, whatever, 100. It's doable for the United States. It could be worse.
I've got a bit of a Shannon Freud sort of question for you. Out of those three opponents, which traveling fans will have the hardest time getting into the country?
Oh, no, that's very sad question that you just asked, and I don't want to think about it very much. But yeah.
So who's Mexico going to play?
Mexico's got Costa Rica, Suriname, and the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic, a little bit on the rise, still ranked 139th in the world. So, and again, we know FIFA rankings are kind of nonsense, but, we still have to go by something.
It gives you a rough picture.
Yeah, Suriname is 137. So Mexico gets the 137th and the 139th ranked teams in the world. Costa Rica number 54 at the moment. That's pretty low for them. They aren't typically that bad, but and they'll give Mexico a fight, but Mexico's going to skate through. I think Canada's got a tough out, actually. You look at that group with Honduras, El Salvador, and Curacao. Curacao can play a little bit. They're ranked 90 in the world. El Salvador's ranked 81, so not that much higher up the chart, and Honduras is 75. So no powerhouses, obviously, but still could be a challenge for Canada. Again, one thing that is sort of out here is who's coming to this player-wise and who's not.
That is the big question.
You got a Club World Cup happening this summer. Are the players who are attached to Club World Cup teams, because FIFA obviously wants to make that tournament a big deal, and because they want to make it a big deal, the clubs are allowed to turn down, or players are allowed to turn down international call-ups, which normally wouldn't be the case, right? So let's see. You've got Juventus coming to America for the Club World Cup. Weston McKennie, Tim Weah for the United States of men's national team. Will they be available to Mauricio Pochettino? I think that is a significant question right now.
What's the priority? It's such an odd moment for
and Dortmund, by the way.
Soccer.
If Gio Reyna's still a Dortmund player, he could be playing for Dortmund and not the United States. But sorry.
Yeah, that's a total bizarre, because it's kind of hard to keep track 100% who's in the Club World Cup, and then for there to be a summer tournament, and then to be kind of not sure who's going to come. A conflict between club and country in the summer is this unprecedented? It's definitely unusual, and it's hard to see like who would be. Where do your loyalties lie? Obviously, it's the last competitive don't forget, it's the last competitive tournament before the 2026 World Cup, which is how I got garbled at the start of this thing anyway. So there is obviously that level of importance, but there's a lot of money, and it's probably hard to say if your club is like, we want you at the Club World Cup. It's probably pretty hard to say no to your employer in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably the right way to think about it. I mean, again, we kind of don't know how the clubs are taking this, what they're thinking about it. I mean, there are clubs where if they could win this thing, they would celebrate it. But if you're concerned about the health of your players going into a new season, if you're say Juve, right, and we don't know how this season's going to play out for Juve, if they miss the Champions League, obviously there's going to be a lot of pressure to find a way back into that group for next season. So do you bring your top guys, and what effectively is the preseason tour period of your build up to the next season? I honestly don't know that question, the answer to that question. Like, I
Be
don't
interesting.
know.
It'd be interesting to see how it pans out, because obviously it's a very unusual situation with the expansion of the Club World Cup and then the Gold Cup being somewhat important in front of a World Cup year, and then the whole international versus club conflict. So we shall see how that pans out, and then I'm sure we'll cover it here if there's some sort of statement made or something like that. But I have a feeling it'll probably be a case to case basis based on the player and the clubs involved.